Isabella's beauty was unparalleled. Her raven hair cascaded in waves down her back, her emerald eyes sparkled like precious jewels, and her skin was as flawless as porcelain. The villagers admired her, envied her, and some even feared her. They whispered that such beauty could not be natural, that it must come from a dark and sinister source. Isabella lived alone in a quaint cottage on the outskirts of the village. She rarely mingled with others, choosing solitude over the company of envious eyes. She was content with her life, but she had a secret that gnawed at her soul. Her beauty was fading. Every morning, she noticed a new wrinkle, a stray gray hair, or a slight sagging of her once perfect skin. The fear of losing her beauty consumed her. One stormy night, as the wind howled and the rain lashed against her windows, a knock echoed through her cottage. Isabella hesitated but eventually opened the door to a mysterious stranger. He was tall, with a gaunt face and eyes that seemed to pierce through her soul. His voice was as smooth as silk, yet it sent shivers down her spine. "Good evening, Isabella." The stranger greeted her with a knowing smile. "I have something that might interest you." She invited him inside, her curiosity piqued. The stranger produced a small, ornate vial from his coat pocket. The liquid inside shimmered with an otherworldly glow. "This," he said, holding the vial up to the flickering candlelight, "is the elixir of eternal youth. One sip, and you will remain as beautiful as you are now forever." Isabella's heart raced. Eternal youth was something she had only dreamed of. But there had to be a catch. "What do you want in return?" she asked, her voice trembling. The stranger's smile widened. "Nothing much, my dear. Just a promise. You must agree to never leave this village. Your beauty will be yours forever, but you must remain here, where I can keep an eye on you." Desperation clouded her judgment. She agreed without hesitation and drank the elixir. A warmth spread through her body, and she felt her skin tighten, her hair regain its luster, and her youth return in full force. The stranger left as mysteriously as he had arrived, leaving Isabella to bask in her newfound beauty. Days turned into weeks, and Isabella reveled in the admiration of the villagers. She felt invincible, timeless, and perfect. But soon, she began to notice something strange. The villagers started to age rapidly. Children turned into adults overnight, and the elderly withered away to dust. Panic gripped the village, and fingers pointed at Isabella. "She is a witch," they cried. "She has cursed us with her beauty." Isabella tried to flee, but the village seemed to have become an inescapable labyrinth. No matter which path she took, she always found herself back at her cottage. The air grew heavy, suffocating her, and the once beautiful landscape turned bleak and desolate. One night, the stranger returned. His eyes gleamed with malice as he approached her. "Did you think you could escape the price of your vanity?" he sneered. "The beauty you so desired has a cost, Isabella. For every day you remain young, the village must age a year." Horror struck her heart as she realized the true price of her vanity. She had condemned her entire village to a fate worse than death. Tears streamed down her face as she pleaded with the stranger to take back the curse, but he only laughed. "You made your choice," he said coldly. "Now you must live with it." Desperate and broken, Isabella tried to find a way to reverse the curse. She searched ancient texts, consulted with wise men, and even attempted dark rituals, but nothing worked. Her beauty remained untouched, but her soul grew weary and tormented by guilt. Years passed, and the village became a ghost town. The once lively streets were now silent, and the laughter of children was replaced by the whispers of the dead. Isabella's heart ached with every passing day, knowing that her vanity had brought about this devastation. One night, as the moon hung low in the sky, Isabella stood at the edge of the village, staring into the darkness. She knew what she had to do. Summoning all her courage, she called out to the stranger, begging him to appear. He emerged from the shadows, his eyes glinting with a cruel satisfaction. "Have you come to accept your fate, Isabella?" he asked mockingly.